First of all, happy birthday to Blake. Happy 18th. And I'm Rob Coles. I'm a friend of Lance and Peggy's from Athens Drive, from the Marching Jags. And I've known Blake over these past few years. My daughter Abby is in the marching band and is a fellow graduating senior with Blake this year. And it's been a pleasure to get to know you, get to know your family, and serve and work alongside you in the band and with high school. And so just a couple observations here as your dad gave me the chance to come along today. I thought I had 3 different areas to talk about with you. One is reminisce. What was it like when you were first born 18 years ago, when you and Abby were born in 1994? What's it like today as you turn, or as you've turned 18, and kind of what you're looking ahead in the future? So 1994, reminiscent for the guys in the room, you probably won't remember some of this. Average income, $37,000 in the U.S. that year. Cost of gas, $1.10. A stamp cost 29 cents. A movie ticket was only $4. Average cost of a house, just under $120,000. Interest rates at 8.5% in 1994. President Bill Clinton still in office. That year, he was accused of sexual harassment. Newt Gingrich was named Speaker of the House. Interesting how things are full circle now. In football, Nebraska was the champion. In basketball, SEC, Arkansas beat Duke. Go Arkansas. UNC won the ACC. Stackhouse was MVP that year. And then they blew it and lost in the second round of the NCAA tournament to Boston College. But that was the year after their 1993 national championship. Go Heels. Super Bowl, Cowboys win over Buffalo. Major League Baseball, anybody remember? 94? Strike year. No World Series. In the NBA, the Houston Rockets won over the New York Knicks. Some of the other events going on in 1994 when you were yet a babe. Tanya Harding, she wins the national title for figure skating, and then she gets stripped of that title after hurting and abusing Nancy Kerrigan in a scheme to prevent her from winning the World Championships. Let's see, O.J. Simpson, famous for the white Bronco escape from the LA police. Let's see, we had the Lorena Bobbitt event. 1994 was a very strange year. It wasn't a good year. Thanks to Blake.
Did you have to bring that up?
We had the first female cadet at the Citadel. The Whitewater scandal was being investigated. Some of the technology back in 94. We didn't have the iPhone quite yet. Netscape Navigator was the most popular web browser. We had the first digital satellite TV service introduced that year. What were some of the famous movies in 94? Shawshank Redemption, Forrest Gump, Dumb and Dumber, one of Lance's favorites, Schindler's List, Pulp Fiction, True Lies. On TV, it was Seinfeld, Home Improvement, ER, now maybe closer to your age, Beavis and Butthead, The Ren and Stimpy Show, Power Rangers were very popular to kids back then. For songs, we were talking a little bit about some of the musicians of the time today, but back then it was Springsteen in Streets of Philadelphia, Elton John, Can You Feel the Love Tonight, and then Lance's favorite, Celine Dion, The Power of Love.
Yeah, real man.
So now let's look at the current age. So you're 18. What can you do now today? Well, you can vote. You get to pay taxes now. You can go get a tattoo legally. You are now able to be drafted into the military, or you can enlist on your own. You get to serve on a jury. You can file a lawsuit, as well as you can be sued. Welcome to adulthood. If you're convicted now, you're not a juvenile, you're an adult, you get to go to big boys jail. You can legally change your name, but I think it's good just the way it is. You get to have financial, educational, and medical privacy now as an 18-year-old and an adult. You can get married, you can adopt a child, you can buy a lottery ticket, although I wouldn't advise it. You can get your own MasterCard or Visa. You can legally go skydiving or bungee jumping without your dad's approval. You can secure a loan, you can finance a car, you can buy your own insurance, you can donate blood now, and I would highly recommend that. You can earn your own credit with a credit card. You can apply for your own business license. You can get utilities in your own name, renting an apartment or buying a house. The strangest item on here is you can actually go buy nitrous oxide at the age of 18. So that's kind of what happens at the age of 18. You change from an adolescent juvenile into the world of adulthood, into the world of manhood. And things do change at 18. It's a whole new window opened up in your life, and so the future is now before you, and there's a lot that you have in front of you, and I think many big promises that you have in front of you. One of the things that I wanted to share with you are a couple things in this bag of similar gifts. So you can start with the top there. So as you may know, Blake was accepted into the University of North Carolina, go to Tar Heels. So that's the example. And you can go one step further. So jury, I bring you Exhibit A. Teenage fun of decorating my daughter's car that you can pass around.
They got my car first, though, for the record.
And then I bring you Exhibit B. This is my company's car. And now that you're 18, I checked with a few friends in the Cary Police Department, and that could be considered a misdemeanor with up to $500 fine and 30 days in jail. But we'll let it go. Unfortunately, I was the one that got to help clean that car. Many of you know Blake just from school or from church, and this is one of the picture examples that I think this is Blake's physique at summer camp, marching.
Impressive.
Very impressive.
We're friends like that, we get to edit.
But this is one of the things that I've come to admire about Blake is his discipline. His discipline not only in obviously being physically fit, but his discipline around the students at school and around the students at band. And you know, that's one of the areas of encouragement that I have for you today, is that you probably have disciplined yourself in many different areas. And that's, again, an area that I would tell you to continue in. Not only in being physically fit, but as you've been encouraged by the pastor to be disciplined under God, and then to be disciplined in the way that you're going to behave in work and in your social life, and all that under the umbrella of God. There's two books that I gave you here. Both deal with leadership and leadership in a masculine way. The first book there is called The Masculine Mandate. It's from a pastor, and he's describing from Genesis 2, back in the Garden of Eden, the kind of the creation of man and man's role in this world. And the theory on that, as he's looking at it, is to be a servant leader. And the idea of loving others, not only in this situation, a relationship with his wife Eve, but in the community around him. And that's the area that I would encourage you in, is that as you continue to grow older, you think always of serving and serving others, and you think, just as you've done in high school or in band or in church, that the idea is not to chase the dream and get ahead in life. The idea is, first of all, enjoying life and glorifying God in that, and then two, being able to share in that in the love and the community that you have around you. You've already got great examples of that all the way through these 18 years, and that would be an area that I would encourage you in the future. The last area is really just as you go through life, there are going to be two things that I've come to know that are really key principles for me. And the first is pray. Pray through everything. You get ready to make a big decision or a little decision, pray. You get ready to decorate someone's car, Right. You may need it afterwards. You get ready to pick a college that you want to go to. Pray for God's direction there. What's he going to do with you, and how's he going to shape you? You get ready to pray for life after college. You get ready to pray for the woman that you may want to be with forever. Just bathed in prayer. Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will make straight your paths. The second thing is realize that in the decisions that we make, oftentimes we make mistakes. In fact, we probably make many, many more mistakes than we're willing to admit. And the area that I would say is be ready to ask for forgiveness. In all that you do, be willing, whether you want to or not, be willing to step up to the plate and ask for forgiveness, because that's the key to keeping relationships tight and keeping them moving forward and not having grudges and not having issues. That's with your friends, that's with your work colleagues, that's definitely going to be with your future wife. Be willing to ask for forgiveness and be humble in that. In Micah it says, he has told you, O man, what is good, and what does the Lord require of you, but to do justice, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your God. And so the area that I would say is in walking humbly with your God, you're walking humbly with the people around you. You're willing to love them, and you're willing to ask them for forgiveness when you need it. And then the last thing to encourage you in is just to enjoy life ahead of you. If the goal is not to get ahead, to get immediately rich, to have all the toys and all the techno gadgets, but if the goal is really to enjoy and savor the moment, if the goal is really to enjoy the people that are around you and enjoy what God's doing with you, I promise you, you will have a very full life. And I wish God's blessings on you as